Greetings, senseless people and SurroundEdByFreaks, welcome back to Silent Hill. It's actually Alice Mendes Returns, but it surely is silent and foggy around here. Me and Alice were hanging out at the park, can't you see? It's a beautiful day for a nice walk. Beautiful sky, beautiful sunset. We ran away from some junkies that were approaching me because they mistook me for one of them. Today we begin the final chapter, so let's follow the light, Alice. Last episode we finished the 4th chapter, meeting the Queen of Hearts, who told us that authority must be served or it must be overthrown. We overthrew the Queen of Hearts in American McGee's Alice, but then we accepted the rule of a new authority. And who could that be? The Queen of Hearts seems to suggest that Alice already knows the answer, and so showed Alice a very dark vision of what could happen if Alice doesn't realize it soon. In the vision, Alice listens to all of her acquaintances trying to find out who could be the deceiver, and one of them says,
"Trade the tentacles for the train."
It's treason, then.
Now Alice doesn't really say anything about it, but all evidence is pointing at Doctor Bumby.
Help, Alice! We need your help! Don't desert us! Again, don't ignore us!
Why do you suffer? The Queen's tyranny is just a memory. She has no power over you, does she?
Our enemies come and go, but now a new evil reigns, and this fiend's malevolence has eclipsed the conquered queens.
This is not something that you would expect to see in a park. Actually, we don't even know how Alice ended up in Hyde Park, which is a park in London, I think. And this is another sign that Alice can stay away from her vision for only a brief period of time. But did you recognize her? We've seen her few times in the Vale of Tears. This is not very well explained, but she was one of the insane children. We will know more about them later. But maybe this vision of a burning house will bring back some memories. And probably some rage as well in the final chapter. The Dollhouse. I hope you're ready, Alice. Because I'm sure that you're eager to accept some revenge, to accept some justice on who wronged you. And I agree with you, because this is by far my least favorite chapter, so I propose not to dwell too much into it. We are surrounded by dollhouses, but they're all rather broken and decaying. We are in some sort of a dump for old, broken toys. As I said, that sort of creature that Alice found in Hyde Park was, even though she doesn't really look like one of them, because they kinda changed their design, one of the insane children from American McGee's Alice. If you watched my American McGee's Alice playthrough, do you remember those shirtless people that were going broo broo and being rather psychopath, imitating chickens? Yeah, it's them. Meanwhile, a nice cake here, or not, because it's filled with insects.
Seriously?
I won't eat that. I can destroy it and collect the teeth. I won't let you use the Vorpal blade on it, Alice. You don't deserve such a bad treat. Up. You can tell me what to do?
Fuck the police coming straight from the underground.
In American McGee's Alice, the insane children were in the school days area, and also in the Mad Hatter domain. PTSD of the disgusting spiders spitting acid on us. They were in these sort of buildings in which the Mad Hatter was experimenting on them. And since the Hatter was an ally of the Queen of Hearts, Alice asks, "What's wrong with you, insane child?" The Queen of Hearts' influence is no more. We defeated her 1 year ago, so why are you suffering? Well, clearly the new madness that is rampaging through Alice's mind is also targeting the insane children. Those poor things can't catch a break. How could you hurt them? I would never. Do you need help swatting the flies? Say no more, fam!
As beloved toys are to children,
children often are to grown-ups. Objects of fancy and imagination and eventually discarded.
And this is a bit the theme of Dollhouse. It's not just destroyed, broken, discarded, abandoned toys rotting away, it's also parts of different toys, different origins assembled together to form something new, something weird, quite creepy. Just as creepy as these cakes that look so good and appealing from the outside, but if one looks closer there is something wrong about them. In Dollhouse, more than the other chapters, sometimes there will be multiple ways where you can go, so it's easier to miss memories and bottles and whatever else. Ah, platforms. What are you trying to hide, game? Was ist das? Just a bottle. Blood on the bed. And the closet is open. Did the boogeyman come out? Or did somebody else come out? There's also a lever. Stop looking at me. It's not polite to stare at somebody, especially from so close. Where are we at? I'm a bit lost. I'm not sure where I'm supposed to go. And I mean where I'm supposed to go to not miss stuff. I think we are on the other side of the keyhole. Meanwhile, I see a nice grunkle, which I will pepper. Yeah, no surprises here, but I have the feeling that I'm missing something to collect. It looks like we are bound to meet more of those insane children. Maybe they will be able to enlighten Alice a little bit more about the current situation. I haven't even talked about Alice's dress around here. That's probably because it's one of my least favorite dresses. And look! And one of my least favorite enemies to face in American McGee's Alice, the Jabberwock. But in this case, it's only a book. It's a jobber book. Alice's outfit is misstitched, I seem to remember it's called, and it's a bit as if she stitched together parts of different clothes. It still looks cute, but the big amount of different colors and motifs don't make me like this outfit that much. She has some sort of a doll head as Hollow Eve, which reminds me of the ruins, and the two symbols on her dress are Mars, the ruler of lust, and Charis, that's probably the correct pronunciation, a Roman goddess who was the ruler of harvest. Hey, a bunny stamp! Why is it only worth 1p? My bunny is worth way more than that. And yes, I know you can't help but stare, but please, sir, refrain. Even because, you know what happens, right? You know what happens! Last chapter, I warned the executioner plenty of times to shut the hell up and stop shouting. See what happened to him.
Seek and ye shall find, they say. But they don't say what you'll find.
Very clear and useful advices as usual, Cheshire Cat. Save us. Is this a message from the insane children? This is actually the only probably edible thing around here, some gingerbread men, but instead of being happy they're all scared and sad. Well, maybe the reason is because I destroyed them. Another lever. Yes, the way that these panels inside the houses move is very tricky to understand exactly where to go. At least we have a snack, Alice.
Do you know the Muffin Man?
No. Ah, battle? It was a bit of time since we've had our last battle. Spawn kill. But I don't think I'm rusty. Well, just destroyed a slice of cake. Ah, it's okay, I didn't want it. It's filled with insects. Don't think for a second that you stand a chance. Especially because it's kinda hard to get rusty in fights, considering that you two morons always use the same tactics. Sir? Sir? Aha, you tried. What are these cookies that keep falling from the sky? Oh boy. Now you think you've cornered me, huh? Think again. You've cornered yourself the moment you've decided to spawn into Wonderland. Not today, sir. And not tomorrow either. Ah, you're attacking Bunny, I see. How about you fight somebody with a similar power level? I'm just kidding, my power level is way above yours. Ah, it's adorable that you resisted up until the end. But your time has come. Jesus, that zoom jump scare. Those are the insane children.
The unstable are more than merely mad. They have other parts. The Dollmaker will deprive them of what remains of their deranged souls. They need care.
I know their pain. I would assist, but is sanity required for the job?
A limited quantity. You're not mad enough to be rejected. You're like them. Of them, in a way, but not them. I should say not us. For I'm them, but you're on your way. The way is clearly marked.
I believe I know that way, and I'd rather not travel further along it.
He's here, you dimwits. Get inside.
Ah no, doll girl. Ah, the enemies in this chapter will be a pain in the ass to face. But she has a double hook. Are you a pirate fan as well? Oh, don't you even try. Ah, oh, I see. Trapping me over here, huh? You think you qualify as a pirate? Huh? I'll be the judge of that. Never mind that I don't absolutely live close to the sea. Don't you dare. I'm a land-dwelling pirate, which I believe is just called a criminal. These doll girls are pretty strong, but alone they can't do that much. First we remove the clothes, then we start disassembling her. Okay, I sound like a murderer. We can easily dispose of her because I don't tolerate mutinies in my game, in my land. You may be a pirate, but we are captains over here. Yo no soy marinero, soy el capitán. Frog's Way. Well, that looks a bit wrong, doesn't it? All these battles made me hungry, Alice. Rotten egg and insect cake. That's delicious. Don't mind if I explode it and collect the teeth inside it. And teeth, of course, another secret ingredient. Add some texture. I almost feel sorry for these gingerbread men, they're so sad. But they're not like some other Wonderland creatures that are unanimated objects that are animated. These ones are actually gingerbread men and the only edible snack around here. Talking about that, what's up there? Hello? It's a lollipop with a tongue out. Sure. Quite curious because I can even spoil it to you. Just like the Yeti in the ice part in Tundraful, we won't ever see this thing again. So yes, as you can imagine, very important for the plot. So we've met the insane children in Fort Resistance. Resistance against what or who? Well, they mentioned a Dollmaker, and obviously considering that this is the Dollhouse, eventually we will have to confront this Dollmaker. In American McGee's Alice, the insane children were a Wonderland representation of Alice's inmates at the asylum. But since Alice is not in the asylum anymore, how come there are still some insane children in Wonderland? Seems like the only way to go is through the Frog's Way over here, but first there is a keyhole. Another gingerbread snack. Another very disgusting snack that I won't touch. I will use Bunny to destroy it. Sorry, Bunny, but you're made of metal. You shouldn't be disgusted. Memory from Nanny.
It's well known that he who eats with the devil must have a very long spoon.
Yeah, I've heard this saying sometimes. I don't know the origins of it. How many of these teeth and insect-flavored cakes are around here? Be gone from my world. So we have to pass through Frog's Way, and the fact that it's a way in a crotch of a doll, well, what does that tell you? I remember the developers described this choice that they wanted to make the player feel like he was doing something wrong. You know what's that? That's the hand of the Dollmaker, the master of puppets. Not the last time that we will see it through the game, and an indication that we're going the right way. Not that you can go the wrong way in this game. I'd say the developers managed to make us feel wrong. Oh, there's Humpty Dumpty and a cat.
I've heard self-reliance is a virtue. Now you've heard it.
Nice. Nice green. Well, yes, I mean, in Alice Madness Returns, even more than in American McGee's Alice, Alice is absolutely by herself. Sure, there is also me, but you know how it is. Humpty Dumpty looks like, rather than sitting, he's doing a Fortnite dance in a Chinese dress. I don't know why, it feels this way. Humpty Dumpty that was hiding the blunderbuss in American McGee's Alice, the most powerful weapon of the game, but not the most useful. I really like these extras of this character that are not present in Alice Madness Returns. Unless Humpty Dumpty will appear with a Jabberwock, they will just be books. Full Metal Jacket? Yeah, you see what happens when you mishandle the blunderbuss. Set! Fire! Jesus! You used it the wrong way. I would have thought that a soldier would know that, but I guess not. Look, you didn't even finish your breakfast. Well, with that type of breakfast, I would have shot myself as well. Pull the pervert lever, Alice. Stop staring at me. So, the first time that I actually played the game, I was a bit surprised when I started Dollhouse, because, I mean, we came from a very introspective moment with the Queen of Hearts and the vision that she gave Alice about what would happen if Alice doesn't find a way to understand the new madness. It's back to Rutledge Asylum. As the Queen suggested, who would take advantage from the fact that you're forgetting your memories? Yeah, I didn't even care about you, shitballs, because you were so irrelevant that I was talking about other things, really. All evidence, even from the vision, but also from everything that we have seen so far, point to Doctor Bumby, the quote-unquote psychiatrist that has Alice in therapy and the owner of the orphanage where Alice is working. We recover memories from Litzy saying that she was being stalked and harassed by somebody called Bumby, who was an undergraduate student of Alice's dad. Ha! Nerd! Me and Alice only have primary school education and yet we can kick ass. Oh, look who's here, speaking of the devil. And Alice seems to suspect that somebody entered her house, incapacitated at least, or maybe even killed Litzy. And you think I would actually slice this cake? No. And then burned the house to the ground and tried to kill her entire family. The question I was asking myself is, why did we pass from that introspective moment in searching for the murderer to these insane children? But we'll talk about that next time. Meanwhile, I will just hang out with Bunny, who is obviously just bungee jumping. Are these cookies... Oh no, never mind, they're also filled with insects. I thought that I had actually something good to eat. How about this sandwich or biscuit? Still filled with insects. The ice cream? Oh, maybe the ice cream is safe. I wouldn't count on it. Is everyone here killing themselves rather than to eat this food? I can't blame them. Hey, it's fine, I brought tea anyway. Hot boiling tea to sanitize a bit this place. Alice, how did you miss? Maybe a bit lower? That's right. So I'll stay here enjoying a tea party with the Bunny and Alice. I don't know how much Alice will enjoy it.
No! God, please, no!
I'm SurroundEdByFreaks, hope you liked it. See you next time. Bye.